After giving your students time to plan and look at their evidence to come up with the best solutions they can, the next thing your class is going to need to do is to build a foam container as the base for this experiment. Now, how they're going to do that is you'll need some foam, and you'll need to cut it out into 10 centimeter squares. So this is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. You're going to need 6 of these for each group. So I've got 2 cut out, but just to show you what you can do after you've already measured it on your board, is you can use this as a stencil. And I'm using a knife, you could use scissors, whatever is best for your class. All you need to do is then to take this piece, and you'll be wanting to cut out 6 of these. And I'm going to show you what to do next after you have all 6 pieces. Now that you're done cutting out your 6 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter squares of foam board, it is time to put it together. You'll need some sort of adhesive to connect these. I chose to use duct tape. You could also use glue. Now, some things that you need to remember when constructing this. The first is that you will need to include a hole in the bottom so that your small funnel can go in when we test this later. The other is that you will need one side to open. I made it open by only putting duct tape on one side and by putting a little piece of duct tape here so that it can close when I want it to. After you're done constructing your container, now it's time for students to decide what materials will go on the outside. They will need to decide 3 different layers that will help insulate the frozen ice cube inside. They're going to have 5 options. The first is white or black construction paper. Second is aluminum foil. Third is more foam board. Fourth is bubble wrap. And the 5th is cardboard. What they should be doing is looking at the results from their previous exploration and deciding what they think would work best to keep the ice cube frozen as long as possible. After students have chosen the 3 materials they want to use as layers for their container, it is now time to test to see how well those materials work. Now, before we test the ice, students will first need to create something in their student journal, some way to record this data. Now, this is up to them this time. They're in charge of deciding how they will record their data. After setting that up, you'll need to put the funnel inside of the container and set the container on top of a beaker. I'm using a measuring cup because I don't have one at home, but you honestly can use anything that can catch water. When it is time to start testing, you will need a timer. I'm going to use my phone. You can use stopwatches at school, and you will put your ice cube in the funnel. You will close, and you will start timing to see how long it takes for that ice cube to melt. To make this process go faster, we suggest that you do this outside, just so that if it's hot outside, it will make things melt faster. Or you could heat up the container in some way to try to make it go faster. But what we're trying to find out is how long can we keep that ice cube frozen in heated conditions.